Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us Across the Fence. I'm Fran Stoddard. It is the first Thursday of the month, which means it's recipe time on Across the Fence. Joining me are our chefs, Carolyn Peak of Williamstown and Marco Ayala from South Hero. It's great to have you here. Our theme for today is awesome autumn recipes. The warmth of late summer will soon give way to the Christmas of fall. But this is the time of year when the garden is in abundance. Carolyn and Marco have several recipes to show you in just a minute. But before we get to our chefs, we want to congratulate L.R. McGowan of Johnson. You're the winner of our free cookbook drawing from last month. You'll be receiving your cookbook in the mail any day now, and we trust you'll find plenty of recipes to share with your family and friends. This month's free drawing is for the cookbook Delicious Suppers, and as it says on the cover, these recipes are sure to end your day in the perfect way. All you have to do is enter the free drawing. To enter the free drawing is to send along your name and contact information to the address that I'll highlight at the end of the show. And now, to get our recipes started, I'm going to turn things over to Carolyn. There you go.
Yes.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Well, good afternoon, and I hope that either you've already eaten or, maybe you can figure out some of these because we're going to make you hungry if nothing else. I'm going to start with a hearty alphabet soup, which is what it was supposed to be. I couldn't find any alphabet noodles. So I just used little thin circles. I know they have a special name, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's got tomatoes, it's got stew meat, it's got vegetables, and the little rings. And I'm going to set this right up on front so that it can be caught. It is just really good. We had some for supper last night, and so you could cook this up with any sort of vegetables that you want, but just make it a good hearty soup. Next, I have a golden baked onions, and it's a casserole. And you have onions. It takes 6 large sweet onions, butter, cream of chicken soup, milk, some shredded Swiss cheese, try saying that one fast, and then the bread on top. And it smells delicious. It's almost like French onion soup in a way because it has the bread on top. And when you use the 6 large onions like it calls for, you really are going to find that you want it in a 9x13 pan, and they're talking about an 8x8 roughly. So you can fix it up in whatever size pan you like, but you're going to have lots of it to serve to your family and friends. Next, I have a raspberry pear crisp. And this is just pears and raspberries, and then a oatmeal crust on top. It's very easy to make, and you just put everything into the pan, put it in the oven, and you've got a really nice dessert. You could serve it with ice cream, you could serve it with whipped cream, just whatever you particularly like, and that sort of meal. Now, lastly, I have peanut pumpkin cupcakes. They have, as you might guess, they have peanuts, they have pumpkin, and be sure that that's regular pumpkin. It's not pie filling. And it's also got chocolate chips, and then it takes dry roasted peanuts in it and on top of it. And you can see it's a nice, moist, I used it for a muffin, and it's very good that way too. So whatever you like for filling in your muffins, or if you just want a cupcake like that, it's really good. Again, it makes a nice thing to go with soup or whatever you happen to like. So, Marco.
So I think I know what's going on with your soup. I think
Okay.
it's O's because it's for oh, it's so good.
Hey, that would work.
See?
Yeah, we'll just change it. It's not hearty alphabet soup. It's oh, that's so
Oh,
good
so
soup.
good. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you for the idea.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're already talking about autumn recipes. We're starting to bring in the veggies that we tended during the spring and summer, and we get to taste and cook and share them. And I swear that tastes so much better than store-bought. So when I selected my recipes, I made sure to showcase and make the best use of the fruits and veggies that we get this time of year. So my first recipe uses one of our favorite harvest veggies and the sweet taste of Vermont's liquid gold, of course, maple syrup. This maple roasted chicken and acorn squash combines the flavors of the season with the delicate taste of maple. And there is, of course, here acorn squash, carrots, onions, potatoes, and I use chicken drumsticks because I like the dark meat that has a stronger flavor. However, you can use the pieces of chicken that your family likes the most. To make this recipe is a breeze. Once you get the veggies ready, you place them in a pan, cover them with the chicken, then roast them for 10 to 20 minutes, and then you turn them and you're basically done. Once it's ready to serve, I like to pour a little bit of maple syrup just to give it a little extra kick. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? And I'm telling you, this is so tasty, it's going to become one of your favorite meals. Now, no meal is complete without a good salad. So, for my next recipe, I have a salad that features two of the best things of Vermont, which is apples and cheddar cheese. This is a viewer recipe. It came from Wendy Whipple Scully from Winooski. Thank you so much for sending the recipe. This salad is surprisingly easy to make for something that tastes this good. In addition to the apples, the celery, there's walnuts in here, and this recipe features like a little twist with some pineapple chunks. The dressing is made with sugar, mayo, and yogurt. And of course, thank you again, Wendy, for sharing this recipe with us. And here it goes into our plate. And this is definitely going to become a favorite of mine, and it's going to be in my recipe rotation. And I also want to take this opportunity to remind all of you to visit your local apple orchards, veggie stands, and farms. You will be happy to support the local economy, and the food tastes amazing. Now, a few weeks ago, I had a few bananas that were kind of past their prime. So then I have some leftover white chocolate chips. So I baked a white chocolate banana bread. And let me tell you, that was certainly a great idea. I brought a loaf to work to share, and the first thing I heard was a comment on how moist it was. And later I was told that the rest of the bread did not survive the end of the shift. So I decided that to share it with all of you because it passed the quality control test. So in here, there's most of your traditional banana ingredients like flour, butter, baking soda, sugar, eggs, and of course, bananas. But this recipe also has yogurt and white chocolate chips that takes this bread from good to excellent. So I hope you give this white chocolate banana bread a try, and let me tell you, and let me know how you liked it. I will also like to remind all of our viewers that these recipes are just a few of the ones that we included in our handout that Fran will tell you how to get at the end of the show. And this month, we're also including a few recipes from our giveaway book. So stay tuned for that. And now for my last recipe, I had a lot of blueberries this year, and it was so hard to keep up with the production that I decided that, and then on the other hand, it was also a great season for zucchini. So blueberry zucchini squares were added to the menu. These squares are so tasty, and since the recipe uses buttermilk, lemon juice, lemon zest, they are tangy, and the blueberries also make them sweet, and the zucchini makes them extra moist. So what more can you ask? To make them, you grate the zucchini, add flour, butter, sugar, eggs, baking soda, lemon zest, of course the lemon juice, and eggs. The blueberries can be fresh or frozen, which is great because if you're like me, you freeze your blueberries for later use. And if that is not enough, there is a lemon glaze up top of these blueberry zucchinis. So these are just so good. And I'm gonna like lift one of these so you can see the blueberries right there. This is a great way to use your blueberries. So Fran, do you like blueberries?
I love them and I grow them.
Oh.
They're such old bushes though that, you know, some of them are doing okay, some are not, and they're trees growing around so they aren't getting as much sun, but they just keep producing.
I know. I had a great season. They were not as big as other years, but they were so plentiful.
Right. Well, they need a lot of water
Yeah.
to get that big, but no, that looks so good. Suddenly I am hungry. And I love this recipe. I love how easy it is.
Yes.
Just you do the vegetables, you do it all like
Put it
one
in the
dish
oven,
meal. Yeah.
and that was it.
That's really good. That's fantastic. And what else do we have here? That's so interesting. So mayonnaise.
Yes, mayonnaise and yogurt.
Yogurt.
Very easy to make as well.
Wow,
And
that's-
of course, you know, you have the cheddar and the apples. It's so good.
And it's got all of the vitamins you would need.
Absolutely.
So just have
So,
that.
You have like
Fantastic.
the perfect fall meal right here.
Yes. Okay, great. And Carolyn's recipes, of course, are fabulous. I love onion dishes. Oh my gosh. But I guess we better get on. You can go online to Across the Fence's website. You can go to uvm.edu/extension and click on the link to Across the Fence. There is where you will find the recipe tab highlighted in green, and that's on the right-hand side of the web page. To get the recipes by mail, send $2 and a stamped, self-addressed, business-sized envelope to Awesome Autumn, Box 188, South Hero, Vermont 05486. And please remember, if you're ordering the recipes, to include $2 and a stamped, self-addressed envelope. We'll use your return address for the free cookbook drawing. And even if you're not ordering the recipes, you can still send along your name and address to be entered in the free drawing. The address again is Box 188 in South Hero, and the zip code is 05486. And that's all the time we have for today. Many thanks to our chefs, Carolyn and Marco. Awesome. And they'll be back with us, of course, next month to feature more recipes, more food, and more fun. In the meantime, thank you for joining us Across the Fence. I'm Fran Stoddard.